Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Last Stand Gamers, and welcome. So today we're looking at improving our immersive experience within Space Engineers, and we can do this rather simply thanks to this new modification. Now this new modification allows us to interact and use our little data pad on our arm for various different features. Let me show you how it works. Now some basic animations can really add a lot of detail to the game. Now the first thing I want to show you is how to connect with objects and containers with this animation, and what you do is you just do it like before. You press K and you'll see he actually plugs a wire into the system. If I switch back into first person, you'll see he plugs the wire in, and whatever you connect to, the wire actually goes into. So for the side, and if I want to connect up to this little terminal here, I can actually plug my wire into that as well, and you can see it swinging there. And as I scroll through the different options, you'll see I've got two animations. I've got a scroll one where he flips his finger across the screen, and I've got a button one, so when I click on different items he clicks that button as well, just really adding to the immersion. Now if I pop out of this menu, you'll see I disconnect the wire and put it back in my suit. Just a really cool little feature. Now this also works if I'm stationary by myself and I'm looking through my HUD and different options, and I can do whatever I want, and it's either scrolling or clicking, just adding that extra level immersion that I think is really appreciated, and it's really nice for players like myself. Now as we approach a door like this, we actually stick our finger out and press the button on the door. Just really nice as well. And there's also a med bay in this compartment, and as we access that med bay, you'll see that I hold my finger out and I'm pressing that button down, giving me a nice visual idea as well as the audio now that I'm actually healing up. Very cool indeed. And we can also access a HUD after that, hook up to the med bay terminal and see exactly what's going on. I just really like the idea of the wire connecting. Now something else we tested out with the wire is what happens in multiplayer when someone tries to drive off when you're connected with the wire, and I got a bit of mixed results. This could have just been a bit of lag, but what happened is it seemed to pull after a certain amount of time. The wire either snapped or became very thin, and the vehicle was a bit jittery and pulled back towards the original operator who had plugged himself into it, and the wire reappeared. Very interesting, definitely something for further development. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is when it comes to controlling cameras and remote control blocks. So we've got ourselves a little bit of a rover here in front of us, and what's also quite cool about it is we can connect up to the cargo containers in the back like we could before by plugging ourselves in. We can also just disconnect quickly, and by doing that, that means we can actually see if this simple rover is on our HUD, and it is. We've got a camera block, and if I access that camera block, you'll see we'll view through the front, and I actually turn it into an LCD sort of mode. If I come back off that and access the remote control block and try to control this vehicle, I'll use a little bit of a thumb animation, and we can actually drive that rover around if I take the actual disc lock off. Very nice indeed, and it works really effectively, and it's just a basic sort of function, but adding these little steps just shows other players around you what you're actually doing, and rather just standing there sitting still, being quite vulnerable, or being even AFK, it shows that you're controlling a rover or accessing a crate or your inventory from some distance away. Very nice indeed. Now all that's really left with this is to animate the HUD on the side so it can actually relay what you're looking at, because that would be super cool. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Definitely check this out if you want to increase your immersion in Space Engineers.